guys, hey, welcome back to another Speed Duel deck profile. Hey, so look, we're taking a look at Dragoon Turbo. Hey, Dragoon's still a problem card. Hey, look, if Dragoon was a problem card in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! In the meta, in Master and Advanced format, it's gonna be a problem card in Speed Duel. So, hey, this errata that they gave to Fusion Party did not matter. If anything, it made this deck actually quite better. So that's pretty funny, right? So the new errata on this goes that in order for you to Fusion summon from hand now, without problems, you have to discard a card, so it actually makes this deck better because it actually gives you more materials and names in graveyard. So yeah, let's get started on the deck crowd. So like I said, so Dragoon Turbo. So we are now maxing out on 3 Dogmas and 3 Plasma. These are the best card of the deck. You don't want to open up multiples of them if you don't open up at least the other name, because now if you open up at least, so before you open up 2-1, it really sucked, but now at least with the new errata, if you open up like something like any type of conjunction like this, you discard the other one, right, and then you fusion some. So this actually just gets you an extra name engraved now because of that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's so that errata pretty much was worthless, if anything, for this deck. Then we also play the best card, 3 Future Fusion. This in 2 turns gives you Dragoon. This because now a lot of decks are main decking back row removals right now. So this card's pretty good, right, because of that. So in 2 turns you get Dragoon, and then it just sets up, it technically it deck ends, and then you just get Dragoon in 2 turns. So yeah, so I have had times where I resolve Future Fusion and Fusion Party, you get double Dragoons out, and my opponent's like, hey, I don't think I can beat that. So that's a thing. And then so there's many approaches. I actually had an approach with a more dark oriented build, and I decided to play a triple Apprentice Illusion Magician, 1 Oven Dick Magician, 1 Mofo, and then 1 Breaker. Apprentice Magician, when it's destroyed, it floats into another it floats into a level 2 lower spot. So if this dies, you set up your Oven Dick or your Mofo for next turn, right? You set Oven Dick, and your opponent still has beaters, so that way they're like, they're forced to attack to this, or you set up Mofo to gain back your power spell card. And then technically, if it ever comes up, Apprentice Magician, when it's summoned, you put a spell counter on a card. So if you already have a Breaker on field, right, and it still has not died for some reason, you can give Breaker back another counter. You're like, oh sweet, thanks, my Breaker has a counter again. So it rarely ever comes up, but you can do that. And then since we're playing a lot of darks in this deck, and then also 3 Spirit. Spirit is just really good because you want to survive. You want to make sure you don't die, right? Because you need to survive long enough for your future to resolve. And then since we're playing a lot, I think we're playing 14 darks in this deck. I believe we're playing double Allure, right? Allure is just good card. It says draw 2 cards. You can grab it back with Mofo if needed, right? And then finally, for the rest of the deck, we're playing a bunch of, for our limit 1, we're playing Zoma. Zoma's just a good card. Oh, yeah, just play Zoma. No reason not to play Zoma. And then 1 Book of Moon, and then 1 DD Warrior, because Breaker is also a limit 3, so that's the way I decided to break down this ratio. Like, you technically don't have to play the DD Warrior. I just like to play the DD Warrior because DD Warrior is always inherently a good card because she just outs everything. If there's ever a card like, I don't know, it rarely ever comes up that Dragoon can't out. You just use DD Warrior to out it, right? So yeah, so DD is actually pretty cuttable if you want to play another Book of Moon or whatever, but or even the Breaker's cuttable if you want to play another Book of Moon. But I feel like one of each of these is just good. All 3 of these cards are just inherently powerful cards by itself, right? And then extra deck, I mean, you only care about 3 cards in this deck. 3 Dragoons, you play 2 non-signed Dragoons, and then you play 1 signed Dragoon signed by the voice actor of Asper Phoenix. Got this signed, and Nats was only able to get 1 signed. Really sad I wasn't able to get all 3 of these signs. Would have been sick if I got all 3 of these signed, but whatever, I'll take it. It's really cool that we got this signed. And then we play 3 Dangerous. No one cares about you, Dangerous. Boy, hey, Dangerous. I mean, there are times where I technically have made Dangerous, but it was really sad. I was like, most of the time you're never making Dangerous when you could just make Dragoon, right? So yes, that's the deck problem. This deck is pretty chunky, I believe. This deck is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 23 cards. It's pretty chunky for its low size. I feel like the ratio is perfectly fine. Like I said, the dark I've been testing out and playing the Apprentice Illusion spell counter package because these cards are actually very good for what they do. It lets you survive. They're just floaters, if anything. Illusion Magician's deck who keeps us floating, right, into herself or another card is pretty good, right? Just for you to survive for next turn. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Like always, hey, look, if you enjoyed this profile, hey, leave a comment below on what other decks you want me to see you do. I got a bunch of these recorded, and I got a bunch of these to upload, and I got a lot of speed duel deck files. Like, there's a specific speed duel deck file. Comment down below, and I'll try to get to it eventually at some point, you know, right? Right, all right, that's it for the video. Dragoon, still a very good card, it turns out, yeah. Hey, this errata suck. It's errata just made this deck real better. Look, at least this game doesn't have Red Eyes Dark Dragoon yet. So there you go. You know, that's your takeaway from that. All right. Like always, thanks for watching and everything. Kate, thanks. Bye.